All right, writing the plan. Matt, how do you write a plan?
Well, I always work backwards when I'm writing a plan. So if we have a main event that we're targeting, I always know that we're going to have X number of taper weeks, and I put those in immediately, and then I work backwards from there.
Yeah, same. So I work backwards in that I put in all of the other events that we've identified. I either use the annual training plan or I just do it, and I put notes of all the stuff we've identified in the timeline. And then from there, I kind of just start throwing things down in a 10-day cycle. So I do that, and they won't be specific per se. I might drag and drop some of them from like the workout library, but I'm just kind of putting like run, ride, swim. Okay, what does that look like? Move that around. Oh, they need this day off. And before I go to the next step, do you do anything like that? That's what I highly recommend doing something like that. It really allows you to like step back and see what it looks like.
Definitely, like I definitely do that, and because each person is probably going to have their schedule that they already go by. Like they always can do this on a Thursday, they always do this on a Sunday. And we start to put that together, and then we see what we can do working around that and the other events in their lives.
Yeah, that's right. So it's the best place to start is to, you don't need to go all in terms of like thinking, oh, it's Monday and they need to be doing this, but you haven't put together the rest of the week. So save yourself some time, just drag and drop from your workout library, or just type in, run 30, run 60, bike 80, like that kind of stuff. And then you can have a look back. And I like to use at least 10 days because, your body doesn't start fresh on Monday. And you can go, oh, wow, across that, we haven't incorporated more than one long ride, or we have two and only one rest day. It's just a quicker way to put everything down that you're going to need within a training plan over a couple of weeks.
So tell me about your TSS check. So after you start to put together the workouts, you put in specific workouts that are automatically populating with the training stress score. What are you looking at here?
This is probably more so if I have a lot of history with an athlete, and I've been using Training Peaks for a while. We discussed the pros and cons of TSS, training stress score, but at least if they've done it the same way every single week for every single session, it at least provides a good ballpark at which they can handle. So I'll go back and I'll have a look across, 4 to 8 weeks. On average, what is their weekly TSS, their weekly training stress score? So a lot of the time, Training Peaks will, if you've got a structured workout, or automatically populate it based off of their thresholds. And other times, again, I just go back, check out a few sessions. What does a normal, hard bike ride have in terms of a TSS? Cool. So you can see there, I've actually just put 60 TSS in myself. Then I'll check what the week looks like. It's 364 here, and I can then look back and go, oh, well, on average, they've never completed more than 300. So this is starting to look a bit hefty. So we either need to reduce the intensity, reduce the duration, frequency, whatever, but it's just a good way to, when you're putting that skeleton plan together, just check like if it's going to be too much or not enough compared to what an athlete's done in the past or previous training block.
Yeah, I think it's really good as a snapshot, and it's like really the only way to get the broader picture. So you're kind of zooming in on this week and saying, okay, how does this fit overall in the plan? And you can start to understand how the next weeks will fit overall as you're building towards your event. So it's not like just if you had, 370 TSS that the week would be, we'd have to take away 1 minute from each workout or something like that. But it's just a really nice overall snapshot to get an idea of the stress of the week.
Yeah, because, if we're just looking at time or distance, sometimes that can be so varied depending on so many different things. And the TSS is going to give us, like you say, like a great snapshot about what that week's going to look like in terms